All right, today we're going to tackle a topic that's often shrouded in a whole lot of mystery and, frankly, a lot of misinformation. We're going to use science to shed some light on a completely natural but very misunderstood part of human sexuality.
So what's the deal here? Is female ejaculation just some myth you see in movies? Is it, just urine? Or is there actual science behind it? Is it a real biological process? Let's find out. For so long, this has been a huge point of confusion for pretty much everyone. The common assumptions usually fall into two camps. One, that it's urine, which can lead to a lot of shame, or two, that it's just not real at all.
But the reality? It's actually way different from those misconceptions. Medical science tells us this is a totally distinct physiological response. It's not something to be embarrassed about. Quite the opposite. It's actually a sign that the body is at a peak level of satisfaction, and there's a very clear scientific reason for it.
So let's get into the science of it, because this is absolutely not a myth. And to really get what's going on, we got to look at the specific anatomy involved to understand what's really happening inside the body.
Okay, this slide pretty much sums up the biggest mix-up. On one hand, you've got the myth that the fluid is just urine from the bladder. On the other hand, you have the scientific fact. It's a unique substance from something called the Skene's glands. And here's the thing. While the fluid comes out near the urethra, it is definitely 100% not urine.
The real source? It's these things called the Skene's glands. You can kind of think of them as the female prostate. When arousal gets really high, they produce this specific fluid that's chemically completely different from pee. They are the key to this whole process.
So what's this fluid actually like? How do we know it's different? Well, for starters, it's expelled right at peak arousal. You've got these muscle contractions that push it out. And it's usually clear and doesn't have a smell. All of that just confirms we're talking about something completely different from urine.
All right, so we've established it's real, it's biological. So the next logical question is, how does it happen? What does it take? And this is where it gets interesting, because it's not just a physical thing. The mind and emotions play a huge role here. Most of the time, the trigger is stimulating a very specific spot. You've probably heard of it, the G-spot. It's located about 2 or 3 inches inside, right on that front vaginal wall. And it's that consistent rhythmic pressure right there that really seems to be the key. But here's where things get tricky. As that stimulation builds, a lot of women feel something confusing. It can feel almost exactly like you have to pee. And that feeling, it leads to the #1 mistake people make, the most common barrier to this whole experience.
Yeah, because of that I gotta pee feeling and that old myth that it might be urine, the natural instinct for so many women is to just hold back. They tense up, they clamp down, and poof, the moment is gone. They stop the very thing that's about to happen.
So the real path to experiencing this is about way more than just technique. It's about the whole picture. You gotta have that mental and emotional readiness, feeling calm, feeling safe. Then, of course, effective foreplay to get the body and mind on the same page. Then comes the targeted stimulation we talked about. And finally, the hardest part for many, the art of just letting go. Relaxing completely and pushing past that urge to hold back. There's a great quote from Dr. Pooja in our source material that just nails it. Shame is the first barrier to pleasure. It really all starts there. The whole journey has to begin with leaving that fear and that shame at the door and just embracing what your body can do.
Okay, this next part is super, super important to hear. This experience does not happen for everyone or even every time. And that is completely 100% okay. Every single body is unique.
And let's be crystal clear on this. If this doesn't happen for you or for your partner, it does not mean something is broken or wrong. It's just one of many, many ways a body can respond to pleasure. It's not a requirement or a sign of some kind of deficiency at all.
And a lot of the time, the things that get in the way aren't physical. They're in our heads. Think about it. Stress from your job, being exhausted, maybe not fully trusting your partner, or just feeling self-conscious. All of that can make it impossible to get to that place of complete relaxation. It just goes to show you how powerful that mind-body connection really is.
So as we wrap up, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here, because this is about so much more than just a physical event or a physical reaction. At the end of the day, the fluid is just a signpost. It's physical proof that the body feels safe enough, relaxed enough, and satisfied enough to let go. But the real prize, the true satisfaction, is the emotional connection, the trust and communication that makes that level of pleasure even possible in the first place. So here's the big takeaway. This experience is just one possible, beautiful expression of intimacy. But what if we shifted our goal? What could change if the focus wasn't on achieving a specific climax, but on creating open, honest communication and genuine understanding? When you do that, you're building a connection where all kinds of satisfaction can happen. And really, isn't that a goal worth pursuing?